Hey everyone, it's Sun. This is the beginning of the video. I wanted to quickly let you know that this is the first time I'd ever done a real life video before. Everything else you had seen has been done on the computer. And because of that, I wanted to let you know that I don't necessarily have the best quality equipment. I was using an old GoPro. So the quality of the actual video itself isn't going to be too amazing. And I apologize for that. Moving forward, I do intend to look at better devices. As well, I wanted to make it known that the artifact cards in real life, the top part where it says artifact here, it's a little dark. In real life, I'm going to be looking at making that a bit lighter for Series 1, though I kind of want to keep it as is for the alpha set for the sole purpose of just adding on just a little bit more to that quote-unquote collector's idea. You know, it's the first real set of the cards, and I think a little bit of the misprints are actually kind of cool. Having that, it's just a little dark. It's still completely readable, don't get me wrong. It's hard and it won't show up as well on the camera again because of the poor quality, but I really wanted to I want to keep it there. I think it'll be interesting, but come Series 1, I will be looking at trying to make it just a little bit lighter. In any case, enjoy the video. Hello everybody, it's Sun, and we are back with another Gates of Amalgam video. As you can see here, right in front of me today, we have got the two starter decks that have just been released. At the time of this video, when it goes up, they will be released to the general public, so you'll be able to find that all down in the description below. So if you like what you see, go for it. I do want to make a heads up, and I'll make something here in the beginning of the video as well. I've never done a video like this before. I do not have the equipment. A lot of what I'm doing right now is gerrymandered up. So, yeah, apologies for the bad quality. In future videos, I hope to be able to make things a little better quality. So again, I apologize in advance for that. So let's start off. We've got both of our new decks here. Here at the top it says Gates of Amalgam. On the bottom it says Alpha Series. This will change when the Series 1 officially drops, hopefully in June, maybe a little earlier. We've got the name of the decks here. So we've got the Assassin starter deck and the Shutdown starter deck. And on the other side we've obviously got my Twitch account, the Sun of Morning. On the back of every starter deck that it will ever come out, it'll have some of the artwork. So for the Assassin deck, we've got 5 of the Assassins. We've got 5 Assassins that are used. The X-Sassin is not part of this deck and is not part of the 5 here. Typically, we'll have something along the lines of this where it will be the creature and it'll say kind of the name. So without further ado, let's just get right on into opening this. This is as much as a surprise to you as it is to me. I forgot to get my little pocket knife. So, thankfully I had some, what are those called? Scissors. Like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? So, alright, let's see if we can get this nice and, oh man, get this nice and open without ripping the box. Alright, there we go. Nailed it. And let's take a look. Alright, that ain't too shabby. You've got, Infinite Hourglass, Unbalanced Sword, Snipe. You've got one Gift from the Void. Really? Oh, it's not all done the same. That's a disappointment. That's disappointing. Actually, the cards have come out really nice. I kind of like how at the top, where it says the artifact and whatnot, it's a little darker than I would have wanted, but that might be able to be easily changed, in all honesty. I'll look into that. I kind of like it a little bit, but nah, we'll take a look. So, man, that's disappointing that they didn't do it by whatever. So, you know, Portal Shield, Gift from the Void, Snipe, Unbalanced, Infinite Hourglass. You've also got your Potion of Strength. You've got some Life Mages in there, Healing Herbs. You've got your Mace Cutioner, your Water Assassin, your Earth Assassin, Bergmite, Fire Assassin, Holy Assassin, Dark Assassin, Summon. This deck comes with the Neutral Portal. You've got a Mark of Nullification. I apologize, it should be this way for the camera. That was my bad. Unbalanced Sword again, Cube of Growth,
Infinite Hourglass, Snipe, Potion of Strength, Gift from the Void, another Macecutioner. I believe there are 2 or 3 Macecutioners in this deck. I'd have to check exactly. You've got your Healing Herbs, Bergmite, Life Mage, X-Sassin, Black Hole Mage. Super useful in this deck in regards to picking up certain necessities and, what are they called? Artifacts. Usually you're going to be looking at Gifts of the Void, or Gifts from the Void, Mark of Nullification. Cube of Growth is going to be super useful. You've got, you know, your Holy Assassin, Water Assassin, Summon, Mark, Dark and Fire Assassin, Snipe, super useful. Again, that Cube of Growth, very necessary in this deck. Infinite Hourglass, Portal Shield, Potion of Strength, and then the rest, obviously, is that. And again, this is a starter deck. These aren't necessarily going to be the most powerful cards, but together they make a very, very good deck that kind of helps you figure out what's what. And you can see most of that on the storefront page, which again, description below. Something I also want to point out again is here in the, man, I'm doing this upside down just because of my camera positioning. That is the right side. So on the right side, you'll see the little A. Remember that this is the alpha set. So for the alpha insignia, boop, there you go. Both decks have 53 cards in them. So that is as it is. Let's put that off to the side, and let's get the Shutdown deck. I created the Assassin starter deck. Bloodless Reshi was actually the one who created the Shutdown deck. I gave him pretty much free reign on what to do and what not to do. Well, that's not how that statement goes. I pretty much gave him free reign to do what he wanted. All I asked is that he try to make a deck that either can go up against the starter deck or in and of itself doesn't have any of the assassins in it. Obviously, you have one deck that is assassin-based. Why would you want another deck that also has assassins in it? That kind of defeats the purpose of 2 starter decks. There will probably be more starter decks one with the release of Season 1. So keep an eye out for that. But let's get right on into it here. Oh, missing a couple of cards. There we go. Turn this around for everyone. So you've got your Bomberman, Cube of Growth, Leechfish. Interesting card, this one. For its kind of stats, it's weird, right? It's useful with its effect, but it's also kind of strange with because it's a 6 cost but only a 4 health. And the reason for that obviously is the 6 attack. So a good glass cannon for the water set. You've got Spotted Slug, Unstable Golem, the Caged, Gem Tickle, Tacky Gem. Tacky Gem is fun. I like using Tacky Gem more and more. I didn't realize I liked it so much until we started using it in test battles. Bergmite, obviously a staple of most decks, probably moving forward just because of its ability that when cosplayed you can, draw a card. More Black Hole Mages. Deadeye, useful for this deck because there's a lot of dark creatures. Severed Demon Hand, Infinite Hourglass. Which, in case you don't understand, or if you didn't see the past video, Infinite Hourglass, what that does is it allows you to take a card from your discard pile that has a cost of 4 or less, put it sort of like next to your deck or whatnot, because that creature cannot be played that turn, and then the next turn it is then played onto the field with its ability nullified. The ability cannot be used until it is, knocked out or somehow brought back into your hand. For example, actually a good example is if you use Bergmite. Let's get Bergmite out here, right? I'm gonna go get some sleeves for these. But say you've got Bergmite here with Infinite Hourglass. So you use Infinite Hourglass on turn 1. Turn 2, Bergmite then comes back in. His ability is nullified. It does not work. If you were to, say, bring Bergmite back into your hand via probably Flapper. Flapper is a great card if your opponent uses it and puts the Bergmite back into your hand. If you were to play the Bergmite again, then you could obviously use its effect. But moving forward, you've got Healing Herbs, Clay Doll, Hangman's Noose, Potion of Strength, Gifts from the Void. This uses the Dark Portal card. From what I remember Reshi saying, he wanted to create a deck that wasn't entangled with the dark portal or a portal in and of itself. He wanted it more to just be useful, but not the anchor of the deck. So I think he did a good job with that for the starter deck. Midgen, Spotted Slug, Leechfish, Unstable Golem, Dark Element. You haven't seen any of the elements up until this point. Now you do. Happy Giant, absolute beast of a card. You put Happy Giant, you put a, even if you wanted 2 clay dolls on it, oh man, that negates 4 damage, incoming damage. Happy Giant is an absolute beast, but it's got a pretty high cost. Black Hole Mage, Infinite Hourglass, Summon, Bergmite, Tacky Gem, Mark of Nullification, Snipe, again, very useful. Soulless Mask. Soulless Mask is interesting, because remember, the only way for you to attack your opponent's portal with creatures is by using a, once your opponent's field 1 is cleared of creatures. So what Soulless Mask does is, I, as the player, attach it to my opponent's creature, and that creature makes it unable to attack my portal. It did have to go through a couple rebalancing efforts, though. We kind of made I made a little bit of an oopsie with it. So you can have up to 4 Soulless Masks in a deck, but you can only have 1 Soulless Mask in play. Make that a little bit easier to understand. You and your opponent can each only have 1 Soulless Mask in play at a time. It just so that, you know, you can't completely and utterly shut down your opponent's front line, as that would make the game insanely unfair and not fun. Gifts from the Void, another big staple in most deck. Healing Herbs, very, very useful. Potion of Strength, Hangman's Noose, Spotted Slug, Cage, Midgen, another Dark Element, Gem Teckle. Rather interesting card, this one, because of what it is. It's a 4-cost, 4/3 creature, where what you are able to do is once during your turn, you can take Gem Teckle, discard it from play, and remove points from your opponent equal to its health. Let's say you've got Gem Teckle with a Deadeye in play. Guess what? That's now 6 health. You get rid of Gem Teckle if it has 6 health, and you just got rid of 6 points from your opponent, doing a lot of damage. And you got your Bergmite, Black Hole Mage, Summon, Portal Shield, Mark of Nullification, Severed Demon Hand, Clay Doll, Snipe, Soulless Mask, Gift, and Healing Herb. So this is the Shutdown deck. The main intent of the Shutdown deck in and of itself is, as it says, it's meant to shut down the opponent, whether it be through shutting down their artifacts or getting rid of points. I can see this deck be going really well with parts of the Assassin deck itself. You could add some of the Dark Assassins into the Shutdown deck to move forward from there. The rules are going to be obviously available in the description of this video. You'll have the rules there. You'll have the page to go find either deck, whether it be the Assassin starter deck or the Shutdown deck. And moving forward from there, oh, it's getting a little loud. So both decks are, as I said, they're good starter decks. Can they hold a candle to some of the decks that Bloodless Reshi and I have been using in some of our own sort of tests where we have access to all the cards? I don't know. In all honesty, the Shutdown deck is pretty good all around, in all honesty. It would really, really destroy some very good high-powered decks because of its ability to mess with the opponent's artifact gain. And the Assassin deck is really good if you're a quick player, if you like to put a lot of things on the table really quickly. Moving forward, there are a couple of things that I should warn you about. We are adding on over 100 new cards. I would even almost say we're adding on almost 150 new cards, but don't quote me on that. There's still a lot of things out there that are being worked on. If you want to be a part of the community, obviously, please join the Discord channel, which you will see in the description below. And if you have any card ideas, because remember, if you don't know, Gates of Amalgam is what I'm trying to coin a CTCG or a CD TCG, community or community-driven trading card game, where a lot of the idea comes from you, the players. You know, you see a card or you think of a card that you might want to add into the game. Assuming it can be balanced, I'm more than happy to put it in the game. As well, you would have right down here, you would get a little credit. So, for example, one of my viewers actually from Twitch and a fantastic friend of mine, Stalker, she has actually created a couple of cards. So she'll be getting a little credit at the bottom of some of those cards that basically say, you know, I haven't decided if it'll be credit, semicolon, you know, Stalker, or if it'll just say Stalker underneath or whatever. We'll figure that out when we get there. Finally, do remember to just like the video. If you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel. It's so weird when people say those sorts of things, but it really does help. It really shows me that people are interested in this. And I'm excited to see where this goes. If you bought it, this, or enjoyed it, shoot me a message on Twitter. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. In any case, though, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. My name has been Sun, and I will see you all next time. Peace.